time.
If we're talking about people saying slurs on this show, you're the one who's done it already.
We're
So,
talking about what?
Jeffrey, God, I look like you should definitely have an FBI file on me.
I think
Oh,
you look
they
fine.
do.
I think you look good.
They probably do it. I'd be proud if they had an
It's
FBI
sort of a
file.
rose gold.
FBI, I'm gonna do something bad. Keep a file on me. Um,
If
Press
we get
play.
an undetermined amount of interaction, you can come to one of our houses and hop on the Zoom with us.
honestly, honestly, yeah, good one. And they would very much realize it was a punishment. They would very much realize that's them being punished and not being rewarded.
No, we're a cool group. We just hang.
We just
But
hang.
you
Gosh,
only
it's
actually get to be in person with one of us. I like that.
Who
Yeah,
would be the
and
chillest with that setup?
Max.
for sure me.
I'm
It's definitely Max. It's not me at all.
historically
It's
historically the most likely to allow strangers to sleep in my home. So
yeah,
Yeah,
we've talked about
we
that.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Max.
think that's me. I think that's me.
No,
I
when I go to
would be a-
parties, I don't talk to the people I don't know. So it's not me. It's Max.
yeah, Jeffrey hasn't met a new person in 10 years. It's pretty crazy.
Good for him.
I don't even know him.
Where's
Um,
this going?
I wouldn't be a good host though. Like you are allowed to stay. I am not. I don't know where a cup for water is. I might not be here.
I don't know where a cup for water is.
Every drink is out of a mug. This is water. Earlier, I had Diet Coke out of the mug. Coffee's obviously out of a mug.
Okay, follow-up question. Do you have cups?
No, not yet. I
Okay,
just-
so then that's
What kind of other things can you drink out of a mug?
oh, I like cereal out of a mug more, but that is half eating, half drinking.
Okay.
Uh, broth is good out of a mug.
Broth is good.
Broth is good.
One
What
time,
else? Oh, yeah.
No,
one
Josh,
time, speaking of shut up, Jeffrey, shut up. Stop getting Max to list things. This
I
is
hate
not
that
good.
laugh of realization. Like he's like, oh, that is what he's doing. Holy
I was-
shit.
I was curious.
You're not curious. You're doing a bit, and it
I
can
was
have
curious.
it can have some comedic viability when it's just like happening. But as soon as I'm like, oh, I have a real thing to say, and you're like, no, Josh, hold on, keep listing shit. That's when I cannot abide anymore.
That hurts my feelings, but okay.
I have a story about eating and drinking things at the same time. One time, my brother and I drove out to the Black Hills and we left late. And so we got there at like, this is from Minneapolis. We got there like after 7 and the sun was going down, and we didn't reserve a campsite ahead of time in the national park. And so this ranger was just like, you just put a tent up here. And he's like, you need to be out of here by 6 a.m. tomorrow. And so we undercooked some steak and essentially ate it raw and denied help from these people who were in a camper who were like, you can use our stove. And we're like, no, we know how to survive in the outdoors. And we cooked the steak for like 3 hours and it was essentially blue. And so then we were like, we got to just get to sleep. But we're like, what are we going to eat in the morning? So I was like, I know how to do overnight oats, right? So Justin, all you have to do, my brother's name is Justin, all you have to do is put oatmeal in an Nalgene, right? And then you put in water. And I was like, let's put in some peanut butter and protein powder too. Shake it up and then put it just on the seat, like in our car for the morning. So when we get up to go and hike to, what is it, Heart's Peak in the Black Hills.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll just drink it right beforehand. So we get up in the morning, break down camp, we get in the car, we both sit on our Nalgene's and we're like, oh, we'd have to drink these because we can't waste this food. So we both like look at our Nalgene's and it's just this like, it's this crazy consistency where it's peanut butter, protein powder, oats, and water. And it's just this congealed mess, right? So in like the dead of the morning, it's like pitch black. We just cheers and we we sit side by side and we like choke it back. And I remember hearing my brother next to me like gagging gagging down overnight oats alongside me. And it's one of my fondest memories. That's also the same trip where we made carrot, pepperoni, and hummus tortillas sandwiches for lunch like every single day, because those things do not go bad. They're safe to have and like heat.
What were those? You said carrot, pepperoni, and
Hummus.
This made me very
Oh.
this made me grateful I'm not an outside guy like that. Like I'm outside, like I love outside when I'm like in the city. I'm like outside's dope. The minute you're like let's go make something on a fire, I'm like, all right, nope.
This made
Well,
me so nervous for your bachelor party.
oh, you have no idea.
This made me
Dude, you
so
guys are gonna
nervous.
you guys are gonna leave me. I'm gonna die. You're gonna leave me behind.
Oh,
I'm definitely gonna forget something important, like my asthma inhaler, and we're gonna be in the middle of the fucking woods.
it's gonna be a
I
couple
will
nights.
not die, but I will suffer because
that's a good sentence.
that's a theme that I've
Yeah.
had. I will
That
not die, and
is-
I will not say I am suffering, but I will suffer, and I'm just
We
Well-
went camping in northern Minnesota up in Finland State Forest when we were in college. And Avery had a tent because we were in a group. Avery had a tent that was lended from a friend, and it was like from the 80s. And she pitched it in not a ravine, but it was definitely a downslope. And it rained.
I was right. No, I was
rained-
right
no.
next to your tent. We were
You
in
just
the
didn't-
same plane.
No, Avery, yours was in the wrong spot.
It was down. Why did it? Okay,
Well,
then
no
if
one
that's
stopped
true,
me.
Josh and I picked the right spot.
we did pick a good spot because Avery, if that was true, why did you wake up in a lake? Why did you wake up in?
So, okay, kind of true. I woke up with the rain dripping down, and I was with someone else in the tent, and I was like, what are we gonna do? And she was like, I'm abandoning ship. And I was like, I won't do that. So I was like, this is okay. And then the next time I woke up, it was a small lake, like my lower legs were a little bit submerged. And I was like, this is untenable. So I crawled out of the tent. It was like 5 a.m, and I just sat in like several layers of semi-wet coats on the picnic table until everyone got up.
It was
sounds
one of the
awesome.
funniest sights I've ever seen. Waking up and seeing Avery like just like bundled in clothing, sitting against a picnic table with like a hat pulled down over her eyes. Oh, that ruled.
Well, everyone, that was episode 1 of Camping Stories, the podcast, and I would like to use that to segue into episode 18 of Gaslight Game Show,
Oh, that
the
was
only
good.
character-driven game show with real-world consequences. Welcome to episode 18, March on My Wooden Soldier. On Gaslight Game Show, every week a movie is selected and we all watch it. And every week, each of our 3 contestants writes their own review for that movie. But, and here's the twist, not as themselves. They must concoct brand new characters and write in their voices. Before each episode, they swap their creations amongst themselves. They read each other's work here, live, for the first time, responding to questions as the characters they wrote for one another. The catch, I have to guess who originally wrote what. Every episode has a winner and a loser. Winners get rewarded and losers
get punished.
punished.
no one's safe, not even me. As always, our contestants are Josh Horst,
Hello.
Avery Baker,
Hello.
and I'm your host, Max McCune. This week, we have a very special featured guest, Jeffrey Nolan. Jeffrey, would you tell everyone a bit about yourself? That's
That was good. You did a really good job just then.
I'm pretty proud of that one.
That's the most,
Yeah.
that's the most interesting thing you've said on the show in a while. All right.
And I'm back again.
Today, for episode 18, Josh elected that we watch the Laurel and Hardy 1934 Christmas special, March of the Wooden Soldiers, a pre-code Hollywood film that really feels like it. But before we discuss exactly how many animals were harmed in the making of this movie, we have some business to attend to. Jeffrey, what time is it?
Punishment time.
That is right. It is punishment time. Last week, Josh won. But with winners come losers, and last week, Jeffrey lost. And Jeffrey, what do losers get?
Punished.
Punished. That is right. Very good for a featured guest. Jeffrey lost.
Shut up.
As punishment, he had to record himself doing 101 pull-ups, a number that did not come easily when we argued about how many pull-ups he had to do. The rules are he has to do them in succession without leaving the camera, and he has an hour to complete this task. Jeffrey, are you ready to show us how it went?
Yeah. Did not do it in an hour.
All
I
right,
did
go,
not do it in an hour.
go when you're ready.
Here we go. All right.
Will do.
Here we go. Punishment. Let's do it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my 101 pull-up commentary. Let's see how I do. Now, somebody gave me the piece of advice that I should go all out right at the start, just to put myself off on a good foot. Let's see how that goes, all right? We have me here doing my 3rd pull-up, 4 pull-ups, 5 pull-ups, and that's it. That's all I can do. Holy fuck. Dog shit. Dog shit. Dog shit piece of advice. Terrible piece of fucking advice. Gassed myself right at the start and then I had nothing fucking left in the tank. God damn it. Gonna spoil it all. Gonna spoil it for you right now. Did I get to 101 pull-ups? Absolutely fucking not. I did not. Absolutely I did not. That is, it's fucking insane to me that you thought that that was a reasonable punishment. That was anywhere even within the realm of possibility. All right, I sat on this dusty ass fucking floor for 2 hours trying to do pull-ups. First hour, 42 pull-ups. Second hour, over the whole next hour, 8 pull-ups. That's it. Fucking humiliating. Sounded like a fucking cat in heat trying to drag my 87-pound body across that bar as I'm moaning. Jesus Christ. After the first 25, I had to start doing them in groups of 1. Humiliating. All right, here we are. Next pause in the video watching. This was the first time I tried and failed to do even 1 pull-up. If you listen close, you can hear the sound of rubber bands snapping as my muscles permanently alter. You know what's crazy to me? That you let some guy with the silhouette of a shaved ape convince you that this was a normal physical punishment? That this was in any way achievable? Fuck you, Josh. Fuck you, Josh. Oh, my 100 pull-ups, that's not that bad. I can do 100 pull-ups in only 20 minutes. Fuck you, dude. For days after this, I couldn't lift my fucking arms above my head. I couldn't bend my arms for a full day after this. I had to hold them at waist height like I was some sort of stupid fucking doll. Yeah. Oh, what good fucking content this is. Watching a guy try his best. Hope you got your yucks in. Here we are at the end of the video watching me celebrate my final shitty ass pull-up. Fuck you guys. I'm counting it. I'm counting it. I'm done. I'm done. That's so fuck. I'm counting that. That counts. That counts. That counts.
Holy shit. Oh. Oh, you know,
man.
the drop off from 42 to 8 is crazy. That's an insane change.
So to be clear, you did 50.
Yep.
Cool.
Because in no world was that a reasonable punishment. The fucking guy who looks like a fucking homunculus, that's the one who we said, oh, he's the one who's the good bear, who's the good bar for like what's an achievable thing to do.
Homunculus. Holy shit.
I do want to say I do feel like Jeffrey was punished.
No, see, here's the thing. Technically, he did not hit 101, but we told him he had to do them in an hour, and he doubled the amount of time he committed. So I think the punishment evens out. You know,
Yeah. I think you did a really good job. Also, Jeffrey, I think you looked pretty jacked in that
you
shirt.
did look pretty jacked.
Yeah.
I think you should wear that shirt more.
Thanks.
Go put it on.
Thanks.
Go put it
Right
on.
now? Probably
Go
not
put
right
on the
now.
shirt.
Put on the shirt.
Why don't you have your
No.
muscle shirt on?
Put on the shirt.
What about that? I still can't bend my arms very much, but look at these muscles.
All right. Well,
Genuinely, I cannot fully extend my arms. Still, I am not able to put my arm fully flat. This is as
That's
much as I can
ridiculous.
extend it before
Also,
it
if you're-
feels really hurting.
like, did you feel them in your back the way you're supposed to? You're talking a lot about your arms. Like, what's your back doing at anything?
Clearly, I'm not good at pull-ups. You're getting on me about form. You're the guy, Max. You're the guy who told me to gas myself at the start. Fucking awful idea. Terrible idea.
Well,
All right, dude, I feel it on my back. Shut up.
I like making Jeffrey do physical punishments. He gets angry.
yeah, he's by far the one where our punishments are most tantamount to bullying, because like he can't do 100 pull-ups. But good job, Jeffrey. I feel
Look at him bare his teeth. Go ahead.
I feel like you were very well punished, and I am gonna go listen to that commentary again, because I enjoyed it. Now, before we hear what these three wrote, we're gonna recap the movie. On IMDb, the synopsis for March of the Wooden Soldiers is: opposing the evil Barnaby, Ollie D and Stanley Dumb try and fail to pay off Mother Peep's mortgage and mislead his attempts to marry Little Bo. Enraged, Barnaby's boogeymen are set on Toyland. I struggled with that. I struggled with that. How hard it was for me to get through that synopsis is how hard it was for me to get through the movie. All right, let's hear our ratings of the movie 1 through 10 and a brief, if you can manage, explanation of why.
Max, you said that it was hard for you to get through the movie. Why don't you start?
Okay, just for does anyone remember what I gave Gumby?
You do this every time, Max.
What did I give Gumby? A
You
2?
do this every time.
A 3?
You gave it a 3
Did I
ultimately.
give it a 3?
I think.
I'll give this one a 4. I think this was slightly more enjoyable. I very much appreciate it for what it is. I actually do think, as the Wikipedia reviews from, or the reviews from the 1930s fucking said, it is par excellence for children and the most dazzling Christmas story of the year. I do agree. I think it was funny. And I did not necessarily enjoy watching it. So 4 for me.
You didn't enjoy watching it?
Huh.
Nope, I wasn't a huge fan.
I thought it was delightful.
Yeah,
I
I
give
did.
it par excellence for
In
adults and
children's
children.
comedy, 100%.
You all loved it? You all
I'll go
loved
next. I'm gonna give it a 10.
it? Okay.
This is about as close as you can get to a perfect movie.
Okay. All right. Avery, what are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I thought it was
You guys.
wonderful. I really did. Again, it's a movie for children. Can't ask it to be more than it is, but especially for the 1930, what did you say, 1934?
34.
34? Wow. Wow. The comedic timing, the effects, the commitment. I think the songs weren't my style, but again, I wasn't around in 1934. So, but yeah, huge fan, huge fan.
All right.
Yeah, I think it really paved the way for a lot of stuff. I think, to each their own, but I think it's a pretty important movie. And I think honestly, Laurel and Hardy are doing some things that are still funny today. And I think, especially for the 30s, that's really impressive to watch. So I think I think I like it because I'm able to zoom out and like appreciate it for what it is. So I personally, I'm able to kind of more bird's eye view it. But also, I just, I laugh at the jokes. I think it's funny, but also to each their own, right? You
That's
can
well
also.
said, Jeffrey.
Okay. What's your number? What's your number, Jeffrey?
That's, I guess I would say I'd go with Avery. I'm gonna say an 8. The songs, the parts that weren't Laurel and Hardy's, the songs felt a little slow to me. But it made those other moments just that much sweeter.
So you're really good at zooming out and looking at movies in their context when it's March of the Wooden Soldiers, but Citizen Kane was a little hard for you to
Well,
place.
Citizen Kane is boring. Citizen Kane is boring, and a movie above all else needs to be entertaining.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure these all genuinely reflect your ratings of the movie and were not made to purposely separate me from the group, knowing that this was not a very fun movie to watch. And thank God that the version I watched on Amazon Prime is apparently the shortened version of only 73 minutes, and there is a longer version out there you can watch. So, boom.
Oh, so you didn't watch the movie?
I watched the movie where Josh told me to watch the movie. He said it was on Amazon Prime.
Skating by.
You did say earlier that you didn't really understand the plot, and it was made.
I didn't say
for
I didn't
children.
understand the plot. Okay, fucking Barnaby, whatever the fuck his name, wants to marry Little Bo Peep, and then they are trying to get money, and then the toy maker fucking doesn't. I don't know. I forget exactly what happened with the toy maker, but they do that bit where the paint can spills on the toy maker, which was a good bit. That shit was funny. I liked all the shit that was kind of like Charlie Chaplin-esque. And then Santa came in and they called him Mr. Santy, and he ordered 100 1-inch soldiers or 6-inch soldiers or whatever, and they made him 100 6-foot soldiers.
600 1 inch.
No, he ordered 601 foot soldiers and
Oh,
then
you're
made
right,
not 1 inch.
106
That's
foot
crazy.
soldiers.
There we go. That was funny. That's a fun classic little gag. And then I thought it was kind of crazy. The dunking scene was funny. I did like the dunking. And then I think it's kind of crazy. I did not expect March of the Wooden Soldiers to actually be like part of the finale of the movie, like an actual March of the Wooden Soldiers to save the day.
What
And
did you
all
expect
that-
it to be?
I just thought it was kind of like it's the look, there's some wooden soldiers and they can march. I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be like an actual event in the movie.
All right. You know what? I
and-
think I respect that opinion more now that I watched you backpedal in order to show how much you liked it.
I didn't say I liked it a lot more. I guess I did kind of talk myself into thinking it's slightly better than I thought it was. Fuck you guys.
And I respect you a lot for that. That takes a lot of courage to
What
admit you
were the
wrong.
letterbox reviews for it? I didn't check, but Max, don't you typically?
I actually did not check them this time. Should I?
I think it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right,
As
that
it
is
should.
You're fucking absurd. This is absurd.
Look it up.
I think sometimes it's hard to appreciate.
Yeah, and Ronald Reagan won 49 states. The masses can't always be fucking trusted. Okay.
Whoa.
That Rotten Tomatoes
Reagan?
doesn't calculate its score based solely off of popular vote.
Blah, 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 blah,
Or
blah, blah.
an
Yeah,
IMDb.
they're like the Electoral College, the way fucking Reagan won.
I don't know if Rotten Tomatoes works like the.
Oh, I meant to bring this up. There's an all-female punk band I really like called Babes in Toyland. So that's fun. I like that. They have a song.
That's a
Okay.
good name. That's a good
Okay.
band name.
Yeah.
My only friend I follow on Letterboxd, who's a professional movie critic, gave it a 2 and says, "I'm surprised to find that I like this even less than the Disney version." And says it seems to be made in a 30s ingenue style I can't stand and is pitched primarily at 6-year-olds.
Did
Tell
he
you what,
realize that
birds
it
of a
was
feather,
made in
huh?
a 30s ingenue style?
Did he realize it was for children?
Birds of a feather,
from the
huh?
30s?
No, yeah, I know. I just don't.
Did he realize,
I didn't say
some
they shouldn't have
witty
made
retort?
it. I didn't say they shouldn't have made it. I said I didn't like it.
Hmm.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's your opinion.
to each their own.
All right, we're moving on to my next favorite part that I'm sure is going to go great for me. Now we're going on to the casting section. Consider with me, everyone, for this film, if you were tasked with utilizing the people you see in front of you, are there particular roles you'd assign to each? Any dream cast, hunches, or hot takes? Who, where, and why?
You really sped through that introduction. I didn't catch most of that.
I would
right.
cast kind of a classic. I think Josh and I are Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, you're Laurel.
Of
and Hardy.
course.
Yeah, I'm Laurel. Josh is Hardy. Physical bits abound.
No.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I also think I was thinking about it because I figured this was going to be the direction that we went with Laura and Hardy because I completely agree. Jeffrey, I think you and I could be that cat man and the little monkey mouse.
I fucking loved the cat man, and I'm
Yes.
the mouse, and you're the cat. Yeah,
Damn, I wanted to be the mouse. I like the little mouse.
Oh,
man,
the
Max,
you know
you're not the
cat
mouse.
man, not pretend to be a cat, just be a full man in a cat suit. So funny. That was so funny.
God, that little
was-
mouse was that monkey mouse. Fun fact about that. Walt Disney personally gave permission for them to dress that monkey up as Mickey Mouse. And you know that they just absolutely drugged the shit out of that thing. The way it was like leaning against the stairs while clapping.
No, I'm literally gonna say that image has been stuck in my head because I admittedly was looking down at my phone for a second, not paying the most attention to the movie, and I looked up and I had not seen the monkey mouse before, and he was on the stairs like rolling the fuck around, and I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I was actually pretty scared.
Oh God. Yeah, I think that I might push for Catman and Monkey Mouse for me and Jeff.
I like that.
That's good.
That is
I
really
like that. I see that. Still
Yeah.
still physical bits.
Max, I think you're Silas Barnaby.
Okay, here's the thing. I watched the movie, and as he was introduced, I was like, I want to play Barnaby. That looks a lot of fun. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that he keeps trying to buy Little Bo Peep as a wife and pressure her into marriage. But fuck you, I'll do it. I'll be Barnaby. I'd kill it.
somebody needs to
I-
be a villain.
I also think there are certain attributes of Barnaby that you are a little aspirational for you, you know?
What are
Like,
those?
well, he's good at money.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're
I
saying
mean,
I could learn from Barnaby, is what you're saying?
I
I'm
think it goes
saying-
deeper than just casting. I think it's like
Right.
it would be like maybe Method Barnaby would do you some good.
Method Barnaby, the
Well,
guy
yeah.
who
Like
who's
he
trying to-
wears all black. It's very fashionable. You like to be fashionable.
That's so true.
Okay. What else? What else is good about him?
He's
Should I
good
mimic
with
his-
money.
good
You
with
want to
money?
be good
Which
with money, and
means-
he's really good with money.
Good at money, good at math. Those
Okay.
go hand in hand.
Smart. Okay. And should I aspire romantically in the way
Well,
he
you've
operates?
definitely also been accused of misogyny.
Okay. By you.
Well, and
oh,
Jeffrey
Oh,
and
so that means it's
and
out the
Josh.
window when the
Right,
woman
because
accuses
my
you of
opinion,
it doesn't
misogyny. No
matter.
way, that's it.
The
I
way
heard
you
that. I
said
heard
that
that.
was incredibly incriminating. By you.
yeah, well, who's gonna believe her? All right.
Good
That's
save.
crazy.
Wow.
Good save.
That's crazy.
That was a good clip.
You know, Max, Barnaby often like he's an outcast, you know, and you talk about like victimizing yourself.
I talk about victimizing myself.
Yeah. You talk
That's
about
kinda your
making yourself
go-to
the
move.
victim of Gaslight Game Show.
I am
That's
the victim of
true.
Gaslight Game Show.
That's what Barnaby would say.
Okay.
Max loves playing the victim.
Okay. Jeffrey. All you okay.
No. Say what you were gonna say.
Yeah, you got
You
me.
don't hold
Get
back
me.
with me, but you hold back with the guys in flannel. That's cool.
Yeah,
maybe
we're just
put on flannel.
just
Maybe
two guys.
You
Just
should
two
go put on
guys.
some flannel.
There's two guys in flannel.
All right, I'll play Barnaby. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna be great at Barnaby, and I'm not gonna learn to be good at money because that's fucking boring. And I already wear all black, and I'm not gonna fucking try to bully someone into marrying me with money.
You're
So
wearing green.
Hell yeah, dude.
I am wearing green. I am wearing green. You poked a hole through my whole case. Should have been a lawyer, Josh.
Thank you.
Then I'd see less of you. All right, we're gonna move on to the
We
review.
what's
didn't
Avery?
do Avery's.
Skipping
Classic.
over the woman again.
You
Don't
piece
put
of
your
shit.
hand in
Insane.
your-
Fuck you, dude.
That was an accident. That was an accident.
Yeah, that's what they all
Oh, it's
say.
always an accident,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Piece of fucking trash.
I'm contacting the ACLU.
You.
Yeah. Speaking of lawyers, actually, you know what? I don't remember their name, and maybe they didn't have a name, and maybe that's appropriate. Who was Silas Barnaby's little silent assistant?
Oh.
Okay, I found this on the web. It's very standard for a silent assistant. Check it out.
I think that's as good of a point to
That's-
end.
That was a good.
What
That was,
was
a
Oh,
good.
his
his
little
name's
name?
Henry, in case anyone's asking.
Henry,
Henry.
is
There we
that
go. Well, that's an ad. That's a paid ad for Alexa. Is it Alexa?
Avery? You're Henry?
Yeah, I'm Henry because I think it would make Max more comfortable to have someone who's
Ah.
not speaking around him. Yeah,
Silas Barnaby does push Henry around.
he does. And I feel victimized to that.
He
Well,
probably,
can I-
honestly, you might have a higher quality of life, even being a man that he abuses.
That's so true. Wow,
You think I'm-
insightful.
you
We're getting in deep here.
Wait, are you saying that I'm nicer to a man who I'd be purposely playing an abusive person?
I'm
to
saying
than
you're
I am-
nicer to a man, full stop. We're saying you're nicer to
Okay.
a man, full stop.
This bit has gone on so life-ruiningly far that it now seems like amongst the canon of the show, it has become indecipherable from reality. And I do not know how to reel that back. So I guess I'll double down. And if Avery can play someone I get to be mean to and doesn't talk, I would love to play Barnaby and she plays Henry. And now we are going to move on to the review section like I tried to do before Avery interjected. Now, let's go over the specifics. These three freaks watched March of the Wooden Soldiers and randomly generated a name, age, and location for their character. Everything else you hear is all them. They used those prompts to create a character and then wrote a movie review in their voice. You'll hear each of them read 4 main sections in character. 1. Character bios. 2. Get to know you questions. 3. Improvised responses. And 4. The movie review. All but the improvised responses have been written for them beforehand. This is also the first time the contestants have seen each other's work. It's a cold read. They very well may have no idea what they're about to say. And I have no idea which of them made what character and corresponding review. The writer is not necessarily the reader, and I have to guess who wrote what. They're trying to trick me because if I get them all wrong, I lose. But if I get even one right, then whichever one of them I score the lowest is the loser. No matter what, someone's getting shafted. There will always be a loser.
Losers get punished.
Losers get punished.
Nice. Now, we're going to start by getting to know each character with a structured interview, do some off-the-cuff Q&A as a group, and to finish off, we'll hear the reader's movie review. Now, our first reader is Josh. Josh, would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review?
My name is Meredith Shenny. I'm 28 years old. And you know where I live. Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, all right.
The
Hi.
title of my review is This Is My Fight Song.
Okay. All right, Meredith, a fellow Chicagoan. Nice to have you on the show. Meredith, would you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Hello, Max.
Hi, Meredith.
And how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, good, good. Do you remember me?
I do not remember you. I don't think we've met, Meredith.
Ah! That's funny. I don't remember you either. I don't know. I just think it's so funny that you don't remember me and I don't remember you from that time.
From what time?
Oh, how
Meredith?
rude of me. Hello, fellow sister and small boy. And who was and isn't?
My small boy.
Do
I
you
believe-
guys remember me?
I don't know, Meredith.
Yeah, give us some more context.
No, he didn't tell you? Oh, that's funny. Okay, is it a secret? What? Well, my name's Meredith, and I'm an AMT from Chicago, and I'm a catch. Do you know that Max and me, we were boyfriend girlfriend for just one night?
Oh my gosh.
That's why I think neither of us remember and think about and had to come on a game show to see him again because you think maybe he gave you a fake number? That's just telling a little bit about myself. Is that I don't remember and it's the reason I drink. Was that?
You say it's the reason you drink?
Oh, I'm just Meredith. Max knows.
Sounds like it.
Meredith. I've never met you. We never went on a date. And you're definitely too young for me. So
28
How
years old.
I thought you said you were 20. Okay. Still, still haven't met you. Still don't know you. I apologize if you think this is the way you had to handle it. How about we keep going? I'd love to hear what you think about the movie. A couple questions, Meredith. Describe, if you will, your ideal partner.
Dark hair. Kind of greasy. A real devil care may kind of type. Like Tom Tom, best of man. Tom Tom wouldn't kiss you 1,000 times and then just leave your life forever and pretend not to remember on a game show.
Ooh.
And I'm kind
Ooh.
of like Lil Bo Peep when you think about it. I'm blonde. I love sheep. I have nails and I'm feminine. Tom Tom could just swoop me up and then we'd be boyfriend, girlfriend forever because that's what's nice and also the good thing to do. You're so ugly, Max. No one remembers you, not me.
Meredith, I think this is a little awkward. There's a little bit of an awkward situation. I do think you have me mistaken for somebody else, but we still love having you. So, Meredith, if you could relive one moment of your life, what would it be?
Do you mind if I take a little sippy sip?
Whoa. Nope. You can do whatever you like. Oh,
That's such a big sippy sip.
Meredith.
Really, it's okay.
Meredith, that seems like a lot.
Is that red wine?
The color's pretty
That's
close.
red
She's really sipping.
Is he chugging a bottle of like rosé?
I believe it's she.
Oh, try. She is Meredith drinking a bottle of rosé.
Yep.
That looked dangerous.
Was that good, Meredith?
I didn't used to drink. Only started after this one time when someone broke my heart.
That was a nice face you just made, Meredith.
That's the moment I wish I could relive so I could tell myself, no. Don't you go with that man who wears the leather bracelets and is rocking that green sweater vest. No. He's bad news. Just because he knows every word to lose yourself and is shouting in my face so loud, don't you kiss him? So what if he's a thin blue line guy and is so smart and talks about crime statistics and how the wage gap isn't real? I tell myself, no. No, Meredith. He's a one-night girlfriend boyfriend. Bad idea. You're smarter than that. And I catch you.
You have me confused with someone else. None of that is true about me, Meredith. For everyone listening, Meredith is not a reliable source. I'm going to say that as the host. Now, Meredith, we're going to open up the floor for questions. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to ask her?
I've got something. Meredith, I know he hasn't been very good to you.
I hate you.
I
hate you, Jeff.
It's my question, Max.
Okay.
I know he hasn't been very good to you, and I know it's probably some painful memories, but I'm curious, what's your favorite thing about Max? What drew you to him?
Well, small boy.
And that's what?
My favorite thing about Max is I don't know, because I don't remember the way that Max was, because I don't remember him at all. Speaking of how much I don't remember Max, how do you feel about wanting to make Max jealous? You want to be boyfriend, girlfriend? I'll kiss you. I'll kiss you downstairs. You want to see my tits?
Avery, you got a question?
I do. Hey, Meredith.
Fellow sister.
There she is. There we are. First of all, I just want to say that I know that Max said you're not a reliable source of information, but I do believe women. So yeah, thank you, Jeffrey. I guess what I want to ask is, what do you do? Besides being an EMT, besides thinking about this guy that broke your heart, like, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
What do you do? What's so
Um,
interesting about that? Are you with Max or something?
I'm not.
Are
not.
you his nighttime girlfriend now?
I'm not his nighttime girlfriend. I've never been any girlfriend. I'm with you, Meredith.
I'm a catch.
You are a catch, Meredith. You are a catch.
You are a catch, babe.
Oh, I don't think you get to say that, dude.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you need to be nice to her.
I'll recuse myself. I said she was a cat. I'll recuse myself.
You don't know. Don't try and save yourself.
She started drinking because of you.
All right. Well, you wouldn't be the first. All right, Meredith. Meredith, would you let us know what you thought of the movie?
This movie is fucking beautiful. It's about true love. It's possible. It's out there. And you don't even have to do weird stuff you're not comfortable with necessarily to get it. I bet Tom didn't pressure Lobo Peep into putting nipple clamps on him. I bet Tom can come without cock and ball torture.
I don't know about that.
I threw up in my mouth. It tastes so bad. I need to wash it down.
Oh my God! Is that a
Stop!
beer?
No, Meredith. Meredith, she's gonna drink the whole thing again.
Beer and
Oh.
wine. Meredith.
I like that she has a beer stein. That's kind of
Yeah.
fun.
Also, just are you at a bar? Like, where?
I think she's
Right.
at home, guys. I
I
think.
should get a pint at home.
This is so much liquid. And down the hatch.
Down the hatch.
And I bet Tom doesn't cry for 3 hours when it's done taking you to Boner Town and yell at you to make him food while watching Jordan Peterson.
Oh my god.
I knew it.
Honestly, and then Tom remembers me, and I don't have to think about shooting Tom in the chest with a gun. At least that's the movie. It's just so funny to me now. It is what it is, and it isn't.
That was expected.
Nice. Wow. Thank you, Meredith. That was a blast for me, obviously. That was fun. What did everyone think of our first character, Meredith?
I think she's going through a hard time caused by one of the people on this show.
I think she deserves our empathy and support.
I agree.
I wasn't a fan.
We know. That was made abundantly clear.
Classic.
Also don't remember her. But also Josh's voice, getting just the development over time of Josh's voice in that was fucking insane. Well performed. Made me want to hit you and quit you, Josh. Just kidding. I shouldn't have said that. All right.
Oh my.
That made you want to hit and quit. You're like
kidding.
a drunk woman.
I'm kidding. They only say these things about leaks they know I don't believe them. All right.
Yeah.
You said that.
I don't know how to escape the vortex of the bit. I get sucked in. I'm too fucking agreeable. All right. I would love for everyone watching this to guess who the pug wrote Meredith. I'm going to place a preliminary guess on Jeffrey writing that one. That's my first guess. First guess, just throwing it out there. Comment what your first guess was, and we'll see who's right. And as we all know, I'll probably change my guess. And now we are going to go on to our next reader, who is the esteemed, my favorite, I've never said a bad word about her, Avery Baker. Now, Avery, would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review?
My name is April Thomas. I am a 23-year-old woman. And I bet you'd love to know where I live, huh?
Am I going to be a bad guy again? Can you say your name one more time? I'm so sorry.
April
April.
Thomas.
Okay, April. Would you let us know a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah. Okay, sure. A strange man asking me about where I live. Nice move. I've heard about you. You know, misogynist Max. Yeah, it's real funny. Mhm. Hey, I've been watching you for weeks, tearing down Avery, my queen, again and again and again. And for what? Because she's a woman? Fuck you. Okay, I'm here to give that poor, sweet girl a break and force you to confront your worst nightmare. A strong, sexy woman who's not afraid of her own femininity. I wear heels. Shh. I wear heels every day. Is that okay? Is it?
Totally fine with me.
You sure? You sure? Because I thought they were torture devices men designed so that I wouldn't be able to run fast.
Did I say that? Because I do kind of believe that. They're kind of fucked up. But you can do whatever you want.
You want to know what
April.
else?
What?
I don't own a single pair of pants either. Yeah? I think dresses look pretty. Is that an acceptable opinion? Or do I have to live in your genderless paradise where women only wear cargo shorts so they have enough pockets to carry their tampons in? Do I?
I don't even understand what the ideology was being presented. April, you can
You
do
disgust me.
Yeah, I gathered that much. April, we're gonna ask some questions. I feel like you and I started off on a bad foot. I'd love to get to know some more about you. April, what is the first feature you tend to notice in a potential partner?
How much money they make. Yeah, I'd look right over you, Mr. Man. Better keep walking. I want a provider. I don't want to work. I just want to be someone's sexy little stay-at-home toy and get a big belly full of babies. Is that okay? Am I allowed to do that?
I think you and I might have more in common than you think, April.
And I'm gonna keep them no matter what. That's my choice. And I'm gonna stay at home to take care of them. I, for one, feel no need to slave away just to prove I can do what he can. I can't. And I don't want to. I'm okay with that. Are you?
I don't know how to answer in the right way. I'm going to ask my next question, what is your strangest irrational fear?
No. Don't try and change the subject. We're talking about you, Mr. Hands. I think it's okay. That men get more things than women. They're more independent. They're stronger. You know, when I'm on my princess week, I like my hubby to pamper me. I like to be taken care of. He puts my tampons in himself because he's a real man.
I have never
He pushes them in with a kiss. He accepts that I need a little bit of help when Aunt Flo's in town. Okay. Bet you just have me free bleed, huh?
Okay.
Dude.
You can do whatever you want, April. I get no say. Look, does anyone else have any questions that they would like to ask April?
Yeah.
April, I've been noticing you've been pretty confrontational of Max for good reason.
Yeah.
But just to play devil's advocate, what's your favorite thing about Max?
What's my favorite thing about Max? Like, what do I like about him?
Yeah, if you
I
had to
like
say
that we're
one thing.
currently not breathing the same air. Because if we were in the same room, he would probably have me take off my brassiere and burn it in a fire. Wouldn't you, Max? You don't think women should wear bras? Pathetic.
So, I just want to say I love what you're doing. Also, because we've heard a little bit about you and Max's views, I would love to hear you describe what you think Max's perfect woman is.
Oh, Max's perfect woman, easy. Blue hair, no bra, nipple rings. That's 6 words.
Fuck him up. Yes.
Okay. April, we're gonna close the floor to questions. Could you let us know what you thought of the movie?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, you're so smart. Enough of all this fighting. Let's just talk about a silly little innocent movie. Won't that be fun? Nice try. You're a chauvinist pig. When that poor, sweet, innocent girl comes back, I want you to look her in the eyes and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for jerking my manhood all over your feminine beauty. Now you say it. Go on. it and maybe try to actually say it to my eyes this time, yeah?
You want me to say, you want me to apologize for jerking my manhood all over Avery's feminine beauty?
Pathetic.
Fuck his ass up.
Yeah, you got him.
Hell yeah, April.
Way to go, April.
Wow.
Show him what's what.
I definitely got a little confused by the being accosted for not being misogynistic. That definitely, I don't even know where the bit is anymore. April, you're done, right?
April is done.
April's done. April's done. Thank the Lord. That was worse than Meredith. That was a lot. Wow, the genre of being just, we're gonna have women hate Max today is definitely an interesting one. It was too authentically felt and specific for me to not just say Avery wrote that one. But we'll see. We'll see. That might be too on the nose. What everyone think of April?
I'm
thought
proud
she
that
was
she was
cut
able
up.
to. I'm proud she was able to say her piece.
I really liked April.
I don't know if I agree with her on everything, but she was certainly a voice.
Yeah.
I think that she should be allowed to have her opinion, though.
Yo, fuck Mary Kill's gonna go crazy today. That's an interesting one. All right. Well, our last reader is Jeffrey. So Jeffrey's gonna introduce his character and give us the title of his review.
My name is Goldie Brooks. I am 26 years old and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. The title of my review is March of the Wooden Soldiers, a classic movie with contemporary themes.
Wow, that's honestly probably one of the best written titles we've had so far. Sorry, your name, Barbara?
Goldie.
Goldie? Why did I guess Barbara?
That's okay, it happens.
Wow.
You know it now.
1,000.
Jeez.
Okay. Goldie, Goldie. Would you tell us all a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. Let me make sure I have everyone's names. It's Josh and Avery, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice to meet you guys. Well, and Max, of course. I think you're a really great host. Anyways, I'm Goldie Brooks. I'm an actress based out of Atlanta. Work is a little slow, so I just can't thank you guys enough for booking me. Have you ever been to Atlanta, Max?
I have been to Atlanta. I enjoyed Atlanta.
Well, maybe you should come again. You can come visit me. I'd love to show you around if you want.
That's very nice of you, Goldie. I appreciate the offer, and thank you very much for saying you're a fan.
Oh, wait, Max, sorry. Your sound's weird. Your sound's a little weird on my end. Could you mute yourself to see if that fixes it? Oh my, finally. Can you believe that guy? I can't believe you guys work with him every week. Earlier, he came into the green room and called me Goldilocks and asked me to sit on his tuffet. Like, which is like, ew. But also, it's the wrong fucking fairy tale. Like, what an idiot. Oh, fuck. No, he's back. Hey, Max. I think that fixed it.
Oh, it fixed it, me being on mute?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I recently learned a lot about the mute function, Goldie. I'm curious how much you know about it, but I'm also curious, what is your favorite thing to share with other people?
Probably my baking. My grandmother taught me how to bake, and I've loved it ever since. What's your favorite what's your favorite baked good, Josh?
Russian tea cakes.
Mm.
Wow.
How about you, Avery?
I love a good old-fashioned chocolate chip cookie.
Max?
I'm a sucker for a cinnamon roll, Goldie.
Oh, shoot. Max, now your video's going out. Can you turn it off for a second?
My audio?
Your audio and your video.
Oh, okay.
What a dick. I literally told him that my grandmother, who I love to bake with, died this morning. He knew that, and he asked me anyways. He's so weird, right? Just before the show, he wouldn't stop begging me to call him Tom Tom. He was like, call me Tom Tom, call me Tom Tom. Goldie, please, please, call me Tom Tom. Do it. You have no idea how bad I need this. What's he gonna ask me to do next? Dance for him? What a oh what? Oh, I think. Hey, Max. Hey, thanks for doing
Hey,
that. Your video
yeah.
looks so much better now.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling you might not like me as much as I thought you liked me, Goldie, but that is okay. Let's just move on. Goldie, would you show us all your best dance move?
Oh, we can't hear you again. Avery, could you mute him to see if it fixes it?
Yeah, I can do that.
Unbelievable. I don't even know why I'm surprised. During my audition, he told me that if you guys were out of the picture and it were up to him, this whole process would be a casting couch. Like, what? And then he laughed and said, hey, you know what they say? Big bait catches big rat. Big bait catches big rat. Big bait catches big rat. Like, what does that even mean? And then when I threatened to report him to the guild, he kept showing me pictures of his basement and yelling that he would send me to Boogie Land. Ugh, is he back on? Oh, he's back. Oh, hey, there he is. There he is. Glad you're back, buddy.
Yeah, Goldie, Goldie, I've been nothing but nice to you. I've been nothing but good to you. I'm very confused, but whatever, you're here. If you don't want to show us the dance move, that's fine. Does anyone else have any questions they would like to ask Goldie?
Yeah. Goldie, you said you're an actress. Besides this, do you have any projects coming up?
Oh my gosh. Well, things have been a little dry for me.
That's okay.
I'm trying to do my best to work around and find things, but I'm starting. People keep saying really mean things about me behind my back. I'm starting to get a reputation in the industry for being a little two-faced, which is so unfair and unkind because I just try to be nice to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goldie, what's your favorite food?
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you asked. You know what? Actually, you're really sweet. It reminds me of my grandmother. She taught me how to bake and I have just loved it. My favorite thing to eat is it's little, I would bake croissants with my grandma and they would just be so light and fluffy and we would watch them rise up together. And then she would say, Goldie, I think you're just the sweetest ray of sunshine I've ever seen. And that's maybe my favorite memory with my grandma.
Well, I'd like to apologize. I heard your grandma passed away, Goldie. I wanted to make sure I extended my condolences.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Goldie, would you let us know what you thought of the movie?
Wait, can you repeat that question?
Goldie, what did you think of the movie?
Still can't hear you, bummer. So after that, I was trying to leave, but he blocked the door and told me, "Oh, careful! You wanted to get you wouldn't want to get pignapped, little piggy, oink oink." Which after that, I was like, I'm calling the police. But then he started singing. He's going, Bo Peep is a pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl. Bo Peep is a pretty girl. I hope she'll be my wife. And immediately after, he started sobbing, which gave me a chance to escape. But as I ran down the hallway, I heard him sing the second verse. It was going like, Goldie is my pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl. Goldie is my pretty girl. Her hair will be my wig.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
Goldie, I
this
can
has
hear
been so much fun. Thanks so much for having me. It was so great to see you all, especially you, Max.
Goldie, you're a fucking liar.
Try me.
All right. Well,
Max, I
thank
didn't
you
know
to
that's how you
Goldie.
ran your audition process.
Yeah, well, this has been a blast of an hour. This has been great. Just the hate towards me, each one just really ramped up. I don't know who the fuck wrote what. I can't decipher at all. I have no idea who wrote what. I'm gonna say Jeffrey. I'm gonna say Jeffrey wrote that one. Have I already guessed Jeffrey? I've already guessed Jeffrey. Fuck. All right. Well, I don't know. You guys guess your reviews online. You'll figure it out probably before I will. I'm not locking anything in yet. So now that we've heard the reviews, we're going to hear everyone's fuck, marry, kill rankings for the 3 characters we've been introduced to. And dear listener, don't worry. If there are children, we immediately kill them. All children must die. But luckily for us, there are no children this episode. So we have to do fuck, marry, kill. And this one is brutal for me. This is not easy for me.
I'm gonna say marry Goldie. She seemed really sweet, and for most of the people she was interacting with, she seemed really nice. And so I thought that was really, she just seems really bubbly and nice, and I liked her a lot. Then I would say fuck April, because I think she has some views that I don't 100% agree with, but for one night, I can get down with that.
Wow.
And then I would kill
Dog. What a dog. You would kill who?
Meredith.
That seems mean. She's really down.
Because of you.
I'm
Oh,
gonna go
funny
last.
you say that, huh?
I'm gonna go last with this one. I'm gonna go last with this one.
Wonder why she's down.
I
Yeah.
would marry April. She seems sharp and principled.
You want
I
someone
would
to...
fuck Goldie, and then I'd kill Meredith.
This one's tough. I would marry Goldie. She seems semi-unstable, but I think it could be okay. I would fuck Meredith because I think it'd be kind of funny. And I don't know if she'd remember it the next morning. And then, I'm sorry to say, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. And then I think I have to kill April. April has some views that I think are dragging her down for me. But she was principled and did seem to have it together. And
What
she
you
was
see
a
is what you
defender.
get with April.
Actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to marry April because she liked me a lot, and I feel like we could have a discussion. And I'll kill Meredith. I'll fuck Goldie.
That's true. You should definitely marry.
Yeah, I should marry. We'll see if we can change her.
April does not strike me as someone comfortable with same-sex relationship, but give the old college try.
Maybe she's repressed.
Now, I'm going to kill Goldie because I actually think Goldie sounds great. If she didn't, for some reason, both make things up about me and hate me.
Wow,
So-
yeah,
Wow.
she'd be great if she didn't not like you. That's fantastic.
Well, she didn't like me, so
I bet you liked her at the beginning when she was kind of flirty, and then
yeah, I did. She was being
Yeah.
cool. Kill Goldie, fucking two-faced motherfucker.
Well, she told everyone about what you did.
I'm gonna fuck April because she kind of hates me, but I think it'd be like that'd be like, if she's like, that's fun. And I actually think I'd rather be married to Meredith. I think besides Meredith being very upset at me for spurning her, she seems like she has a slight drinking problem, but we could work on that. And then she'll do some therapy and we'll have some fun, while I'm marrying Meredith. Yeah, that's my ranking.
All right.
Well, now, before we officially learn who wrote what, I have to blindly rate the writing and reading we've enjoyed. So, the scoring categories are 5 points for funniest written review, which review made you laugh the most. 4 points for best written review, which review was crafted most cohesively. 3 points for most developed character, which written character feels the most alive. 2 points for the best improvised response, which contestant gave the best improvised response. And 1 point for the best improvised question, which contestant asked the best improvised question. So, I'm going to assign the points low to high. Best improvised question was, if you are so mad at Max, what did you like about Max? That Jeffrey asked Meredith. I thought that one was funny, and it brought up good things about me, so I'm going to give it a point. 2 points for best improvised response, which contestant gave the best improvised response? Blue hair, no bra, nipples pierced. That was a banger. That was a highlight. That was 100%.
Good answer. That was a good answer.
That was great. 3 points for the most developed. Wow, 5, 4, and 3 are hard. This is a hard one. 3 points for the most developed character. Which written character feels most alive? I'm going to have to say April because I thought she hated me. I did not feel safe around April. 4 points for best written review. Which review was crafted most cohesively? Huh. I'm going to give that to Goldie. The bringing into the mute thing struck a genius. And I actually think the funniest one was Meredith. That's the one I think I laughed at the most. I'm going to give it to Meredith. So there we go with those. And so now I have to guess who wrote each review. Contestants, ready your whiteboards to record your score. If I fail to guess the correct writer, the contestant author gets a point. But if I do find them out, they lose a point. And if I fail to guess any of the three, I lose. So we're going to start with Meredith, read by Josh. I'm going to give it to Josh. I'm going to assign that one to Josh. I think Josh wrote that one. And then I actually think Avery wrote April, and I think Jeffrey wrote Goldie. I'm assigning them all to their actor. I'm going 3 for 3 there. Let's see. Now, moment of truth. Let's figure out where the rest of these points go. Who really wrote Meredith?
I did.
Got Josh. Who really wrote April?
I did.
Oh, and who really wrote Goldie?
I did.
Nice. Okay, I got one. I'm safe. I'm safe there. So, would everyone hold up your whiteboards with your score? Avery with a 7. Who has a 4? Oh, Josh with a 4, and Jeffrey with a 5. Avery won.
Yes.
Fitting that Avery won the episode designed to make me seem the most misogynistic. Interesting.
Thank you.
Well done, Avery. That means Josh Wahorst is our loser. Avery, I like the mute thing. That was clever. That was funny. I did very much appreciate that. And fuck April. Fuck you, Jeffrey. Fuck April. Actually,
kind of mean.
Actually, fuck all three of them. Meredith's the nicest of them, actually.
Mean on that? Okay. Please.
Wild how you were meanest to her. Maybe you should
Also,
do self-reflection. Why are you meanest to those that are kindest to you?
Listen. I am in a committed, happy relationship, so it doesn't matter at all. But to our female viewership, like, first of all, if this was something where people were like thinking of me as a dating person, that would, like, this whole thing is awful. But even just platonically, the thoughts people are now having of me, having conceptually treated women this way or having the potential to treat women this way is horrendous and not true, and I deny it flatly. Flat denial. So, just putting that out there. Wow, you guys not responding at all really makes it seem like I'm fucking hoping.
No. We take your time out.
I'm realizing how insane this sounds if you're just listening. Like, out of nowhere, I'm going on this ramble, especially if this is someone's first episode. Can you imagine? This is gonna get us the men's rights guys. They'll come in on this one. All right. Well,
we just want you to speak your piece.
All right, you guys need to stop me from. We need another host to stop me from talking sometimes. So, for each member of the game show, we've compiled tailor-made punishments. We're going to review our list and find something truly awful for them to do. And since Josh lost, he's going to put himself on mute, which means he can hear us, but we can't hear him. So we can discuss a minute so we can take a minute to discuss what will be done with him. Go ahead and mute yourself, Josh. All right. God, this one's exhausting.
I'm thinking number 12. Yeah. So that's what I'll say. I think number 12.
I'm just gonna say this before we reveal what the punishment is. Josh and Jeffrey are both choosing the punishments that would make each other least happy at this stage. So that's kind of where we are in the show.
No, this is pretty targeted. I actually think
I'm just picking a punishment.
Like 12 and 13 are purely just like Sisyphean, like like
I was pretty proud of them.
11 and 14 are way better content, like actually funny. But I'm down. I actually think 13's a little funnier than 12, but we can do 12 if you want.
Hey.
All right, Josh's punishment is in one go on video. He has to count to 1,000. That's the whole thing.
So
nice, short and sweet. One go, count to 1,000.
How do you feel, Josh?
Yep.
That does sound awful.
How are we feeling?
You know, typically I might rant and rave and flip out. You know, I might lose my cool, but I'm trying to work on that. I'm just excited for Jeffrey to be here in 3 days so that we can hang out.
Well, that is true. You could have bought yourself some goodwill, Jeffrey.
Hold on, wait. No.
And I'm making a new, if you mess up, you have to start over. All right. So
It's good content. It's gonna be good content.
you
I
ready?
mean, how are you gonna know if I mess up? Do you want to watch like me actually count every single number to a thousand? Like, do you want to review the tape?
Yeah, we have to do the tape, but just speed it up.
But then how are you gonna know if I mess up?
We can still hear it.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
All right, let's do the math on this. 1,000. This is a blast for the viewers, I'm sure. Calculator. 1,000.
What do you do with the calc?
I'm gonna say that yes, and if it's at double speed, we'll still be able to hear it.
It's got to be more than double speed because it's 17 minutes. So
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to go to count to 1,000.
Well, we'll
actually-
speed it up for the viewers if you subscribe to our Patreon, or
you can watch. You
we-
can watch
we
a
will
real.
send you the whole video.
And it's definitely going to be longer than 17 seconds because like 999. Well, that's like a second. 800.
I don't think that if I mess up, I have to start over is a good plan because then it's even longer and then it has to be compressed even more and then you won't be able to hear it at all.
Well, how about you don't mess up? It's counting.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one who can't count on the show.
All right, this is getting a little.
All right,
Maybe
we're gonna
let's-
move on. We're gonna move on from this very slow jabbing.
No. Hold on.
You don't have to. You don't have to start over. You don't have to start over if you mess up. But I do get to make a lot of fun of you if you mess
I
up.
can't believe that you tried to throw that in when you famously can't count the points that we have.
Well, I haven't lost in a while, so how about you don't get to say anything until I lose?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, that is a good charge for us. Maybe we should. Maybe
Yeah.
we should.
Maybe you should try to beat me.
Maybe we should try to beat
we
Max.
would like.
You guys
so
have really
that-
been focusing on the gaslight part of this and much less the game show part of this. You're sacrificing winning to make me unhappy. Which is what my fucking T-ball coach did when I was 13 and I was the better pitcher on the team. And then the fucking Jaden fucking walked home the winning run in the championship game because they wouldn't pitch me. They were also prioritizing making me unhappy over winning. Now, that leaves us with one final matter, and it's learning what movie we'll be watching next week. The winner has the honor of choosing the next week's movie. So Avery gets to enlighten us with her selection.
Yeah, I've given this a lot of thought because this is a movie we're gonna watch and then be in the same room for when we're talking about it, I believe.
Yes, we'll watch it
Yes.
on our own, but be in the same room to
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yep, we're gonna be in the same room to talk about it. And so I'm actually gonna take a page out of Jeffrey's book. And we're gonna watch I think it's 2023 major motion picture Wonka with Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, that's a page out. Yeah, that's
Yep.
exactly something I would do. And being on the other side of it, it sucks. That sucks.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
So mid. The mid movies. It's just so mid.
Oh, it's
Oh
worse
my
than
God,
mid.
It's
It
but-
is worse
oh,
than mid.
These are.
Don't worry.
I hate you guys. Fuck. I'm gonna watch that on the plane I'm gonna buy a Xanax.
I think that's like one of the only places you can watch it. So,
Yeah, that's a plane movie if ever I've heard of a plane movie. All right. Well, can't fucking wait for Wonka. To our audience, please feel free to watch along with us. We know you are dying to. We know you loved this spell of fucking the Gumby movie, then March of the Wooden Soldiers, and then Wonka. Thank God that this is a movie-based podcast and you're all having a blast watching along with us. Now,
Nothing but the best for our viewers.
listen, everyone. Listen, everyone. Who cares? Watch Gaslight Gameshow on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify, and support us on our other platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We'll be coming out with a new episode every week, and we'd love to hear from all of you. Comment, reach out, be loud and annoying. We love that. If we get 100 views, I'll get a tattoo of a lobster on my neck, even though it's heavily debated whether or not anyone living could pull it off. Get 100 views across the board, because we're already there. You mean one episode?
Well, we
Yeah.
haven't released this episode.
Just on this episode.
Okay, 100 views on this episode. Well,
It's kind of tricky.
tune in soon for more torture. Bye for now.
Max, I don't think you should get the lobster tattoo on your neck.
I
Two,
thought I was in trouble for something I did on the show that Tony was coming with. I was like,
No,
what did I do?
I think it's. I
we're
just
your
don't know how it would
friends,
look.
and I'm
and
not
that
sure
feels a
it's
little
something
extreme.
that would
It
be
would
good
look
for
cool. It would look cool.
you. Well,
I don't know.
You know, I applied for a tattoo appointment while I'm in LA. Not for that.
that's cool.
and that's good that it's not for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't think you could. Like with love, right? I think you could pull off a lot of other tattoos. I
We
just don't
wouldn't-
think that's.
Here's the thing. This isn't working, but something that I've realized has taken hold the past couple weeks is how good of a bit it would be. And I don't like that that's incepted in my head a little bit, because that's definitely not good.
Tattoos are forever. I mean,
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say is, Max, do you think that your baseball coach at age 13 took you off the field to make you unhappy?
He didn't take me off. He didn't even let me start. And I can find no other viable explanation for him not letting me pitch, because I was not the best pitcher on the team, but I was pretty good. And they didn't fucking pitch me. And I watched them, a guy who they pulled in a position player who didn't pitch at all. And he walked him home. But then another year I was batting in the championship game, and I watched the last strike go by, didn't even swing at it, and we lost the championship, and I threw up in the bathroom.
That's so man. Oh.
Max.
And then in high school, I was at and then in a high school, when I was really lame, I was at a party, and I saw this guy who was really cool, and everyone liked him, and I thought he was funny as fuck, and then we were talking, and I realized he was the pitcher who threw me out in that championship game. That was a bad moment.
Did he bring it up?
No, we were just talking about playing baseball. He was like, yeah, I played at Loyola Park. He was like, I was on the fucking Diamondbacks. I was like, holy shit, I was on the Cardinals. And then he got fucked up, and he was listening to a hip hop song, and he said, my favorite sentence ever, it makes no sense to me. He just went, this is teeth brushing music. And I thought that was brilliant. It's stuck in my mind to this day. Don't remember his name. Don't remember how I knew him besides that. And then teeth brushing music.
I
That
hope we
guy,
find-
in so many different ways, dominated you.
Oh, he
Yeah.
cucked. I was a cuck. He cucked. He could have fucked my wife, and I'd be less humiliated.
On the sorry.
Go ahead.
On the topic of Max, I've been keeping
This
a
whole
tally.
episode's on the topic of Max. This whole episode's been on the topic of Max, which
You're
usually
our host, dude.
Isn't that your favorite thing?
You're our host.
I'm struggling on the inside with this one, but it was, all press is good press. What were you
Wait.
about to say?
Crazy take.
I've been keeping track of it, like how many times each person has won or lost, and this is our 18th episode. And okay, when we divide the reviews amongst ourselves, there are 6 possible ways we can divide it amongst ourselves, which means that if Max, and there's only one way that's completely correct, which means if Max was guessing completely blind, he would have a 1 in 6 chance of getting it right. And out of 18 episodes, Max has guessed correctly 3 times, which means Max has guessed correctly exactly the number of times than if he was just covering his eyes and just randomly picking. But what's wild, because that would seem like Max is not very good, but then also there are 2 combinations out of the 6 that are completely wrong. So theoretically, Max should have lost 6 times, but he's only lost twice. So I don't understand how Max is able to perfectly ride the line every single time. He guesses as if he's never met us at all and has no idea of what our writing is like, because it's the exact same. It's like getting a 25% on a multiple choice test. But then also, he's only gotten 2 wrong. So I don't understand statistically how you're able to make this work.
Can I just say, the level of success I'm having here is emblematic of my entire life. This exact approach of I'm killing it in one way, but also in another way have never killed it. Oh my God, that's just how I live, you know? It's gotten me this far.
Okay.
Wild.
Hmm.
I was really excited. I did think you were going to lose this episode, and oh,
Dude, there's
Really
always
close.
one. I'm wondering, we should go back and count how many times I've gotten one right, because it is a lot.
No, well, that's every other time. You can't get 2 right and 1 wrong.
Well, I'm gonna hang up because you're right. Well, I would
Because
love for people who don't know me and have only watched this show to send in guesses as to what my ACT score was.
oh,
I would love for people to guess. They're gonna hurt my
Ooh.
feelings. They're gonna hurt my feelings.
what was your ACT score?
No, we can't, because I can't even give a hint as to if it's lower or higher than what they're gonna think it is.
okay.
I feel like okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Guess. What's a guess?
You just said that we shouldn't delve
Well,
into this.
I'm a one marshmallow kid. I like things now instead of later.
That's one of my favorite descriptors.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a good one.
I'm like I'm the one from the study. They actually don't tell people that it was me. I also did have a tutor. It raised my score 2 points. But that was helpful. And then I went to retake it, and I scored higher in every other thing because you got one retake, and I actually got as many as you want, but colleges could see how many times you retook it. And I took it again because you had to take it with essay writing, and I got higher in every section except for science. And in science, I realized 5 minutes before the test was over that I had stared at the wall for 40 minutes and I hadn't done any of the questions. And I did not remember I was in a test. I had written my name and then stopped. And then I had to do the whole science portion in 5 minutes. And that did not help.
You
Still gotta
frogged out. You frogged out like Mitch McConnell. You frogged out.
I frogged out. I was
Oh my god.
like it honestly,
Oh.
I probably had 10 minutes left and it took me 5 minutes to just reckon with what I'd done. I was like, what the fuck? That's bad.
Does that happen to you? Like, do you sometimes just like
Oh, I do it during the show. I do it while driving. I do it
Ooh.
I've done it while teaching students. It's just like,
It's me
it's
time.
not
It's max time.
it's not I don't know. Sometimes you're like, sometimes you're just like, it's crazy that, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino were as famous as they were for so long, and then they were technically in The Godfather 2 together, but they didn't share any scenes. So then they never shared a scene in a movie until Heat, which is in the 90s, and they were both famous in the 70s. And then they were in a movie again called Ronin, and then they were in a movie again called what's the big
the Irishman?
The Irishman.
Oh yeah.
There we go. So, you just got to think about that sometimes. And then you got to lock back in.
I'm gonna ask a question I already know the answer to. Do you enact in your mind a lot of fantasies?
I have saved every building I've ever been in from a shooting. In my life. I've jumped off so many balconies at theaters to land on the gunman perfectly and then disarm him and break my own legs, but like it was paid for by the GoFundMe where people like helped out. And in elementary school, I always pictured someone breaking into the school to kill us and me being the one who saw it and getting, that pole they like hang the flag up with in classrooms and like stabbing the guy with it and him dying, but then him taking off his mask, and it was our principal doing a drill to see what we would do, and I had killed the principal.
Max, I love that you just opened the door to your mind forever. I really not no, there's no, I'm not being facetious at all. I really admire your ability to just kick that puppy open and say, come on in. Come look at this. Look at what I got.
And you know what? To your credit, I will say if I was in an active shooter situation, I'd probably, if I had to choose like a few people to be with, you would be one of them. I feel like you would like
That's very sweet.
do
Thank you.
something. I worry, but I feel like you'd be
I
like,
think
you
I-
gotta act, you
Yeah,
know?
if you ever watch like there's those movies where a guy like goes to do the big heroic thing and it doesn't necessarily work, but like it's very sweet he tried and he still dies a hero. That's probably my role. Like then Josh would be like, oh shit, Max died. I'm gonna go actually make this not an emergency situation anymore. And then Jeffrey would come out from behind the wall where he was hiding. He was going like, I'm helping. And then
It's one less body.
Avery would be like, well, Max shouldn't have fucking done that. He died. And then I'd let you draw straws for who got to give a eulogy at my funeral.
Or we're
I
all
Who got
giving
to or who
eulogies.
has to?
That's a fun hypothetical. Is in an emergency situation, what role does everyone play? I don't know about anyone else. I think Jeffrey does a bit and fucks up the rescue.
Yeah.
I think in that moment he realizes that this is the highest stakes that a situation is ever going to be, and there's nothing funnier than just flatlining the momentum of what's going on. And he does a bit, and it fucks up someone who's trying to genuinely help.
I will say that you would have to respect that swing. Like if
Exactly. And
Yeah.
Jeffrey would read that.
You gotta
He'd
respect
see
the
that
game.
bird flying and he'd lead it by 2 feet and he would take it out of the sky. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jeffrey
it's
doing
like-
those bits is like someone who's poaching like osprey or bald eagle. Like you shouldn't do it, but
No,
it is
gotta
like he does a
respect
good
It's
job.
irresistible.
You gotta respect
The
the
reward
game.
is too
Osprey?
high.
You're like,
ospreys
oh,
are
God.
gorgeous. Ospreys are beautiful. And second of all, no, Jeffrey, it's like the shooter storms in and he's like, does this mean there's no homework? And then he gets fucking.
I hate that we're in a school.
Should I start being one of those psych majors who's like, well, I studied psychology and clearly you got this from your mom.
Yes,
Definitely.
Cool.
start
Well,
right now.
Do you not
Jeffrey,
do that?
I don't do that. I fucking don't do that. I know some shit, but I'm never like, oh, like you got an undergrad psych degree and you fucking can read people's auras and blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up. I was in fucking biopsych with you. You got to see. You don't know shit.
This sounds like it's a specific person that you want to just tee off on.
Yeah.
What's
there's-
their first and last name?
You know what I did learn because the mnemonic worked really well for me. The lateral hypothalamus is the part of the brain that tells you to start eating, and the ventromedial nucleus is the part that tells you to stop. So when they removed the lateral hypothalamus in mice, they just starved to death because they didn't have a part of the brain that told them to eat. And when they removed the ventromedial nucleus, they would eat themselves to death.
ADHD, right? That's what you have.
That's a button. That's gotta be the button.
Ooh,
yeah,
all
gotta be.
right, yeah,
that was
stop
good.
recording.
That was great. That's a TikTok clip.